You know, you said something that I'm bringing it up because I'm gonna steal it.
And so, really?
So,
okay,
yes,
okay. Everything in that book is stealable.
And so, I don't think you said it in the book. I heard you say it somewhere else, and I figured.
No, I didn't say it. Let me hear this. No.
I figured I should at least acknowledge it once.
Okay.
And then the second time, you will have no association with the phrase.
Okay.
Here's what you said. You said, "Today is the last day I have until tomorrow."
I did. Excuse me.
That's all right.
It's really good.
Today is the last day I have until tomorrow.
Yeah.
I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah. I forgot where I said that though, but that is one of my little sayings.
Yeah. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, a helicopter went into the side of a mountain the other day. You know, and I wasn't in it, and my daughter wasn't in it. You know, and here I am today. And you know, they didn't wake up that morning saying, "Hey, you know, I'll be here tomorrow."
Right.
You know.
Right.
9/11. You know, somebody was there shaving, said, "Honey, we're gonna go to dinner after work." You know. Well, don't think about it because the jet's going into the building.
Right.
You know. So today is the last day I have until tomorrow.
To me, it's a profound statement. I wanted to start there because it highlights the urgency of the moment, right, and how rich and how pregnant the moment can be, and how much we underestimate its fragility. You know, and as I've read your book and followed your career, because I'm a fan.
Thank you.
You know, so
Thank you. I heard the intro. I'm like, who is he talking about?
I'm talking about you, man.
Thank you.
Are you aware of the impact that you've had on black culture and black people?
Well, if I left it up to awards and stuff, I'm not. But, you know, I've been really fortunate. Really fortunate because, you know, I've been about my audience, you know, and I've been about black folks, you know, since I knew I was black. That's we'll get there, yeah. But it you know, through the pain of not knowing what it was, I'm real excited about who I am. You know, like I like to say, you know, we put the cotton in their drawers, you know, cotton in the drawers they got on, you know, and I'm be straight with it too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm straight with it when I say that, and I usually say that when, you know, we're in another situation where, you know, we're being, you know, marginalized.
Yeah.
And or not seen as seen as a major part of what the world as we know has become. The world as we know has become through us. And there ain't no doubt about it.
But let me stop you and say this, because I gotta press you to receive this.
Okay.
Your impact on black comedy and black people.
Oh, now that's a different story.
Is indelible.
Thank you.
I mean, forget. You know, Risky Business. Forget Woo. In Living Color. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean that alone.
There's a lot going on here.
That alone, you know. But you said
that's us. There you go.
There you go. You said something recently. You said that you feel 100% free.
Yeah.
And talk to me about the nature of what that freedom is.
What context was it in?
The quote was you were at the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
And you said,
"Oh yeah, okay." So
you said these days I'm feeling 100% free.
It just has to do with what the book has done for me mentally and spiritually. Writing the book has done for me mentally and spiritually, and it also has to do with just the journey I've been on and where I'm at now today, where I'm at as a man, where I'm at as a person,
right?
You know what I can see. The things that I can see, the things that I can understand that I didn't understand before. You know, wisdom has come to me, but not by me.
It's expensive too.
Yeah. You know, it's trial by ass whipping. Definitely. You know, we're not going to say, you know, but it's just, you know, I got real lucky. I got people from the very beginning of my life, you know, instilling all of this good stuff in me. That now I finally can use. And the way I use it is what you were talking about before I came up here. The way I'm using it is to help people.
That's rich.
You know, the way I'm using it is to help people, because when I got into this business, I didn't know. I've never been in a work situation where someone can excel by like telling lies or going behind your back or like maneuvering. Like, because, you know, my first job was at IHOP. You know, I got that job because my mother threw me out the house because she found all this craziness under my bed, gun, money, you know, all this stuff.
Right.
And so in order to get back in the house, I had to get a job. So my first job was at the IHOP bussing tables. And I learned how to get along through working at jobs. So this is the first job that I've had that you can excel by not actually doing the actual job. You can excel by doing other stuff. And I wasn't familiar with that other stuff. You know, I wasn't familiar with that.
What other stuff are you?
Manipulation.
Got it.
Charades.
Right.
You know, mind games.
Right.
You know, lying.
Is that your assessment of the industry?
That's my assessment of. It's a part of it. It's a part of it, and it's a real part of it. And hey, it's a part of society.
Right.
You know?
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, in general.
It's a part of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Because you know, a lot of people come to LA or they come to Hollywood and they say, well, you know how LA is, you know how Hollywood is. Well, I want to say back, you know how your house is.
Right.
You know how your family is. It's no different here than it is anywhere else.
Right. A job is a job.
And people are people. And the same craziness you find out here is the same craziness you find in Harlem and in Detroit and in Chicago and Atlanta. People are people.
Right. And the freedom came from knowing I am one. Knowing that, hey, I lied too.
That's good.
Hey, I got a chance to see me.
Yeah.
I got a chance to, like, I you know, it's as extreme as it may sound, but it's true. I died. You know, the Tommy that I knew died, not physically. I mean, maybe this could be heaven because, you know, I'd have gone out to the edge where it was you know, nothing down there. You know, but my whole idea of how things are changed. You know, and I knew that my change had to do with changing me.
How did you kill him?
By just trying to feel better about the pain I was in as a person.
You gonna make me throw my shoe?
Or try, yeah, you know, hey, no, and also reaching for false masters.
Yeah.
You know, reaching for false masters. But how in the heck am I going to know that?
Yeah.
Because isn't that the thing that as a man you want? You know, you want a wife, you want a family. You know, you want to ride a nice car. You know, wear some nice clothes. You know, you want to, you want that picket fence or whatever. You know, and especially when it comes to, well, I'll talk about me. You know, I'm real nosy. You know, so you know, you give me a GQ. Oh, I like that. You know, you give me you know, Rappaport, the car magazine. Give me that. Oh yeah. You know, give me that. You know, don't give me no Vanity Fair or you know, because I can go. Okay, okay, this will be what this I can do. This I can try this. I can. Oh yeah, I can get that. Yeah, man. This will be it. You know, that'll be it.
False master.
You know, and you know. Trying to fix my inside with my outside.
Yeah.
But not knowing that I was doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So when you finally arrive to a place that you work to be so hard and you're not feeling happy about it, you know? You're not feeling happy about it or something's wrong.
You know, can I say
Do you understand what I mean?
Oh,
okay.
I understand it so well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see your point and raise your point.
Okay, come on.
Because there's nothing worse than to succeed at something you can't stand. Because you have to keep doing it to stay at the level.
Yeah.
To me, it's like being gifted at something you don't really want to do. Is that kind of what you mean?
Yeah, and some things are just insatiable, you know, and to just land finally at a place where you got that balance, it's a journey to find that, you know.
But you found it.
I found it, and I found it, but that doesn't mean that the landscape don't change constantly.
That's important.
You know, I watch a lot of Star Wars for a reason. You know, because it'd be changing. You know, yeah, man. you know, yeah. If you think it's cool, here come stormtroopers. You know, you like, oh, you're a Sith Lord too. You know, you be like, whoa.
you gotta stay vigilant.
Yeah. You gotta see. Well, you know, the interesting thing about it, the whole thing, and I met George Lucas too.
Nice.
And he asked to meet me.
Nice.
Which was like really cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Troy Bair, who was an actress, and wasn't nobody paying me no attention at the Aspen Comedy Fest, you know. And, you know, we did a workshop on In Living Color. So, you know, I spoke the most on that because I was around a lot. Like I stayed on the set more than anybody else. So Kenny would refer to me during this certain workshop, and George Lucas was watching. So Troy Bear, very skilled actress, knocks on my door. She said, "George wants to have lunch with you." I'm like, "George who?" You know? She said, "George Lucas." I was like, "Really?" She said, "Yeah. He said he heard you talk and he wanted to talk to you, you know?" And I was like, "All right." You know, because down in the lobby is, you know, Chris Albrecht. There's all these big, giant wigs, you know, and they, you know, everybody's, you know, we a comedy royalty. You know, and I'm just like, "Yeah, but I'm funny though, you know?" You know, "I'm funny though." And then I come in the lobby and we had lunch right there in the little restaurant lobby, and all the people were kind of starting to orbit around me, you know, orbit around the table. You know what I mean? And we had a really good conversation.
Well, you deserve it.
Thank you.
You've earned it.
Thank you. You've
earned it. So let me do this, all right? Because I'm a book snob, just so you know.
Okay.
And when I say I'm a book snob, that does not begin to describe how snobby I am about books.
Okay.
Well, I like this book.
Thank you. I'm so glad you said it. I was like,
yeah, I like this book. I mean, I think
I hope there's some water in here.
it's well written, and you tell, and you're really good at telling stories, and you lay it out. But there's a name that I want to read to you.
Okay.
And I want you to respond to this name.
Okay.
Whatever comes up, comes up.
Let me see.
You ready?
Yeah.
Anthony Reed.
Anthony Reed is my real name. Or my, you know, Tommy Davidson's my real name, because what's in the name is who you become through, you know, forces that you can't control, right? If I could name myself, you know, that is, Tony is what my family called me, and my family is Reed. My
biological family.
My biological family is Reed. So that's where that name comes from. My name, Tommy, is my mother, who abandoned me in the trash. Her real name is Tommy Jean. And my mother, who found me, her last name is Davidson.
Davidson.
So she took the first name and named me Tommy, and then her last name, and that's what composed Tommy Davidson.
That's interesting. It's fascinating. And absolutely. And I wanted to ask you about Anthony Reed, because I wonder, even though Tommy Davidson is the star, is the person that the world knows, how much of Anthony Reed is still in there? And how much do you know about it?
I know enough. I met the family. You know, I know I know where I'm from. You know, who I am is who I became from that trash to where I went is who I became as a person. You know, I know that I'm part of a population of African Americans that, you know, that were in the South that were brought here, you know, by having no choice.
Right.
You know, I know that.
Right.
That's the most important thing, and the most important thing I know is that I'm African. You know, that's the most important thing.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, but you take that and you combine where I went and where I've gone and where this has gone. You take those and you combine those together. That's Tommy Davidson.
Can I push you though?
Yeah.
You're not gonna get mad?
Yeah. No.
Because I want to celebrate Anthony Reed.
That's why I got this.
I want to celebrate Anthony Reed.
Okay.
And let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because he survived, and he had enough sense to kick his foot out. You know what I'm saying? Just long enough for your mom, who raised you, to see the foot, to see whatever was.
Tell them.
You tell them.
They can't do it in context.
You tell them. Tell them.
No. My mother, who raised me, was coming out of an old abandoned home, where kids were doing drugs and drinking, and it was just messed up situation.
Right.
And that's her right there in the middle. That's my brother, my sister, and Michael and Burl. That's me in the middle there. Still reading too. And when she left the house, there was a pile of trash on the side of the house. And she said, something told me to look under this tire that was on the top of the trash. And when she moved the tire, she said she saw my foot. So when she moved the trash out of there, I was there, laying there. I was unconscious.
Right.
You know, coma. Hadn't eaten who knows how long, had contusions in my skull.
Yeah.
You know, was left for dead.
Yeah.
And she took me to the hospital, and you know, a couple months later, you know, moved to
Colorado.
Colorado, yeah. Yeah, and Wyoming.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And you tell it so well in this book, you know. So now you get what I was saying, you know, that as much as I love and honor and appreciate Tommy Davidson, I think it's important in the great scheme of things, in the great swoosh of the universe, to tip our hats a little bit to Anthony Reed.
Okay, yeah,
for at least sticking his foot out.
Okay.
Unconscious or not.
I'll take that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll take that.